I just made 200 liver training treats for under $10, and I'm going to show you how. Obviously, the most important thing in liver treats is liver. Sorry if you're squeamish. I took it out of the packaging to make it a little bit more appealing, but I don't think you can make liver appealing unless you're a dog. We have tapioca flour and an egg. While our oven is preheating, the first step is to blend the liver up in a food processor. And obviously this is a little bit big to just throw in the food processor, so I'm gonna have to touch it. Ugh. Doesn't look legal, but we're gonna go with it. Now, the next step is to mix our ingredients. Let me just grab a large mixing bowl. We have a mixing bowl, and we have a spatula. So we are going to mix this slop with 1 cup of tapioca flour, 1 egg, and if it needs to be thinned out a little bit, we'll add a little bit of water. Oh, that's so gross. We've got our liver puree in the mixing bowl. We are going to add 1 cup of tapioca flour. Need a measuring cup. I'm just going to use a 1/2 cup and measure twice. It fits in the bag easier. So 1/2 cup, whole cup. This is gonna make a lot of treats. 1 egg, and mix. And try not to get the tapioca flour everywhere like I am, including myself. Nice. All right, let's get this mixed up. I have a feeling we're gonna need a little bit of water. And we'll try that. Okay, this is looking pretty good, and when I say good, I mean disgusting. Let's get it poured out into our treat molds. We have our baking sheet and treat molds. These are silicone, food grade, oven safe candy molds. I got them on Amazon. You can just pour it right into the baking sheet, a rimmed baking sheet with parchment paper, and then break them up when they're baked. So here goes. I'm just gonna pour it in haphazardly and then smooth it out. We'll start there. I have no idea how much this is going to yield. I'm just trying to get some of the excess off because I don't want them to be all like weird and lumpy. Definitely enough for another batch. So let's get these in the oven. We're gonna do about 10 to 15 minutes. I'll check them around 8 or so minutes just to be safe since they're fairly small individual size. So let's get them in the oven. Ace is supervising from the couch. He knows I've got something delicious for him in the oven. Okay, our timer is going off. Let's turn it off. So that was a total of 10 minutes. I checked them at 8 and it looked like they needed a little bit more time, but they should be good now, so let's take them out. Okay, we are gonna let these cool for a few minutes and then pop them out of the molds and do it all over again with the second batch. All right, these are pretty well cooled, so let's pop them out of the molds. We will put them in this container for now. Beautiful. That was easy. I gotta break some of them up because right on cue. Hi, buddy. They're still a little warm. So I gotta break some of them up because, yeah, that doesn't work. I'm not gonna bore you with the same process over again. I will get the next batch going and then I will update you with the full amount of treats, which this is, I don't know, about half so far. Not bad. Okay, we have 2 more full trays and that is the rest of the batter, I guess. So I'm gonna pop these in the oven for 10 minutes and then I'll show you the final amount of treats. We have all of our treats in here and there are 200 treats. The liver was 7 The bag of tapioca flour is anywhere from like $5 to $6 for the bag, but you're only using a cup, so it's like $1 for the recipe. One egg costs, I don't know, 50 cents. So we're talking 200 treats for under $10. You're welcome. This is what the finished product looks like. Pretty good sized training treat, if you ask me. Let me open one up so you can see what the inside, the consistency looks like. So it's like a moist, chewy training treat, and your dog is gonna love it. Case in point. Is that good? To store these, you want to put them into an airtight container, and you can refrigerate them for up to a week, which I hope you don't feed your dog this many treats in 1 week. But they can also be frozen for up to 3 months. So you're going to want to separate these bad boys up in the freezer, in the fridge, and enjoy.